Have you ever considered how a single event could alter the course of history? With World War II, a series of events set the world on a path to war. The Treaty of Versailles, signed after World War I, was meant to secure lasting peace. Yet it sowed the seeds of future conflict. It left Germany economically crippled and politically humiliated. Fast forward a few years, and we see the rise of fascism. This political ideology, centered around dictatorial power and forcible suppression of opposition, took root in Italy and Germany, leading to the ascent of leaders like Benito Mussolini and Adolf Hitler. Hitler's rise to power in Germany was particularly potent. He capitalized on the nation's discontent, promising to restore Germany's honor and power. His aggressive foreign policies and expansionist ideology were clear indicators of the looming threat. Yet, the world watched as the tension simmered, a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. As tensions rose, the stage was set for one of the most devastating conflicts in human history. 1939, a year that would mark the beginning of a global conflict. The stage was set. Germany, under Adolf Hitler's reign, had a vision of expansion that set its sights on Poland. On a fateful day in September, German forces invaded Poland, marking the onset of the most devastating conflict in human history. Britain and France, bound by treaties to Poland, found themselves pulled into the fray. Despite their hopes for peace, they declared war on Germany, marking the beginning of the Second World War. The world stood on the precipice of unprecedented calamity. The early years of the war were marked by swift and brutal German advances. Poland fell quickly, followed by Denmark, Norway, and France. The German war machine seemed unstoppable, its Blitzkrieg tactics leaving nations in ruins. With each passing day, the war spread, consuming countries and continents. The world watched in despair as the conflict escalated, with no end in sight. In the midst of darkness, the tide of war began to turn. The world witnessed pivotal moments that would forever alter the course of history. The Battle of Stalingrad stands as a testament to this change. It was a grueling face-off between two titans, resulting in a significant victory for the Allies, a turning point that began to tip the scales against the Axis powers. Meanwhile, across the globe, the tranquil waters of Pearl Harbor were disrupted by an unexpected assault. This event triggered the United States' entry into the fray, adding a fresh, formidable force to the Allied side. These key events, among others, were not just battles or strategic movements. They were the turning points that marked a shift in the trajectory of the war. They shifted the momentum, changed the players, and altered the course of our shared history. These pivotal moments marked the beginning of a shift in the balance of power. In the face of overwhelming opposition, the Axis powers began to falter. The dawn of June 6, 1944, marked one of the largest amphibious military assaults in history, the D-Day invasion. Thousands of Allied troops stormed the beaches of Normandy, turning the tide of the war in favor of the Allies. As 1945 rolled around, the fall of Berlin was inevitable. Allied forces closed in, and on May 7th, Germany officially surrendered. Yet the conflict was not over. Across the world in the Pacific Theater, Japan stood resilient, refusing to surrender. However, the devastating bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August forced Japan's hand. On September 2nd, aboard the USS Missouri, Japan formally surrendered, marking the end of the deadliest conflict in human history. World War II ended, leaving in its wake a world forever changed. The echoes of this tumultuous era continue to resonate, reminding us of the profound impact of our choices and actions. World War II, a conflict that defined a generation and reshaped the world. It was a tumultuous period, ignited by a spark of ambition and aggression that set the world ablaze. Nations clashed, ideologies battled, and humanity itself was put to the ultimate test. The war's major events, from the initial incursions to the pivotal turning points, were not isolated incidents, but pieces of a larger, complex puzzle. The relentless onslaught of the Axis powers, the heroic stand of the Allied forces, the unimaginable horrors of the Holocaust, and the devastating aftermath of the atomic bombs. Each one a chapter in this grim tale of destruction and survival. The war eventually ended, but the echoes of its impact continue to reverberate. From the ashes rose a new world order, forever scarred yet resilient, strengthened by the lessons learned from such cataclysmic conflict. While the echoes of World War II have faded, the lessons it taught us continue to resonate. To understand our present, we must never forget our past.